Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, who's about to release an article on World Economic Sciences in Miniature Donkey Talk magazine. It's a real magazine. Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yukon Suck It. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by one of my favorite deck creators, AncientSpartan. So I saw this deck. I'm not a big fan of, Oni-Cult Anvil. I just think it's a weird combo. It reminds me way too much of the Black Cauldron and Black Cat thing. God, I hated that so much. But so I've been kind of staying away from it. But when I saw this particular version of the list, I thought this has got a certain beauty to it, mostly because it had Invoke Despair. What else did it have in it? I forget. Soul Transfer. It was working with Patchwork Automaton. And so what I liked about it is it's got basically the any artifact and the Oni-Cult combo, as well as the fact that it's got Patchwork Automaton and artifact combo. And then whatever those artifacts can do for you kind of situation. Rounding it up with a couple of really nice cards there at the top. Now, in the original deck, it had, what was it? It had the Meathook Massacre. So apparently it was an older deck. So I had to remove those, and I replaced it with Burn Down the House and Karn's Sylex. I think I toned down some of the other cards a little bit just so I can fit more of those in. Because when I first played this deck, I think with one Burn Down the House and one Karn Sylex, I didn't have enough control. And so I'm really looking to have the ability to wipe the board if I really need to. I think I pumped up the soul transfers a little bit too. I got rid of the pain lands because, as Dr. Suckit likes to say, pain lands suck. So anyways, this is the deck as I have adjusted it. And let's take a look at the cards. We'll talk about how I think it's going to work out. And then we'll take it out and see how well it does. At the low end, we got Voldaren Epicure. And I prefer this art. When it comes into play, so it's only a 1/1 for 1. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you create a blood token. Good thing is this deck has good use for practically useless artifacts. I mean, drawing a card is not useless, but I can maybe do other good things with it. We'll find out what. We got Voltage Surge, which does 1 point. For 1 mana, you do 2 points of damage to any creature or planeswalker. But if you're willing to sacrifice a artifact, it'll deal 4 points of damage instead. So that is a good use for that blood token that is over and above drawing a card. Get another 2 points of damage out of it, right? Oni-Cult Anvil costs you 2 point out. Whenever one or more artifacts you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, you create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. That ability only triggers once each turn, so if a bunch of stuff dies, doesn't matter. It's only once per turn. But you can tap this thing, sacrifice an artifact, like a construct or a blood token, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. So that's the combo. It's just that if you build a construct, you can then later on, you could sacrifice it to deal a point of damage, gain a life, and then put out another construct. Rinse and repeat. We got the Ecologist Terrarium, which costs you 2, and when it enters the battlefield, you search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. So this thing, you put it out, you put out a artifact, which we'll see in a second why that's a good thing, and then you go get a land. So great. And then potentially you can just play it. And then at that point, you can either sacrifice this for some other ability that some other card wants to do, or you can sacrifice it to itself for 2 mana and put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. All right, here's the Patchwork Automaton. He is a 1/1 for 2 he has Ward 2, which is good because that'll help keep him alive just a bit longer than expected. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, and obviously we're planning on casting a bunch of them, you put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Automaton. So, yeah, you get this guy out, at which point you start putting down the Terrarium or the Anvil or blood tokens, and this pow, 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 he starts growing like crazy. Reckoner Bankbuster, he costs 2 mana. He's a 4/4, but he's a vehicle, so you have to be able to crew him up with enough creatures to fill at least 3 points of damage, at which point then he can move around like Frosty the Snowman, right? Otherwise, you can pay 2 to tap him, remove a charge counter. He comes into play with 3 charge counters on him. And then you could draw a card. So really, he is a card draw engine. And then once you get all 3 of those tokens off of it, you create a 1/1 colorless pilot and a treasure token, which you could sacrifice. At which point then the pilot is capable of crewing as those power were 2 greater, which basically means he can crew a Reckoner Bankbuster. Let's see what we got. Soul Transfer. So yeah, Soul Transfer is really cool. Costs you 3, and you can choose to do one of the 2 different things. You can exile target creature or planeswalker. That is so choice. Because, yeah, then no one's coming back from the graveyard if they're being exiled. Number 2, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So, it costs 5 mana to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, but Soul Transfer only costs 3, so you're just getting it back to your hand. Nothing in here is super expensive creature-wise, so, whatever, that's fine. We got Circuit Mender. So if you need to sacrifice something dumb, Circuit Mender is your boy. It costs you 3 to get out of 2/3, which is a half-decent blocker. I know the other day I was being held captive by 2 Circuit Menders. That was hard to believe. But when he enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Great, right? And then when he leaves battlefield, you draw a card. And if you need to sacrifice something, why not? This guy is just asking for it. Karn Sylex. So, okay, this is 3, and you put out an artifact, which is going to pump up your automaton. What you could do with it then is, let's see, it keeps other people from using the Phyrexian abilities, as in paying life to cast spells. It keeps them from doing that, right, while this thing is in play. But you can also tap it and pay X. Will destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value of X or less. Activate it as a sorcery, which means you can only play it on your turn. So if you need to wipe the board, you can wipe the board. If you need this thing to pump up other stuff, you can do that. If you need to sacrifice it, do something else, you could do that too. So it's nice having 3 uses for every artifact, practically. All right, we've got Invoke Despair. There are 3 of them in here. It costs you 4 black mana, which is the roughest thing about this thing, and an extra. So 5 total. But target opponent sacrifices a creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. And for each of those that they cannot do, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. So that usually is pretty awesome. I was playing another deck recently where we Invoke Despair and then we turn around and we just play it a second time. Or we would put out one of those card duplicators and then we play Invoke Despair and get 2 of those in at a time. Man, that is so devastating. In fact, just talking about that makes me want to play that again. Lastly, we got 2 Burn Down the Houses. So the benefit of Burn Down the House is that it does 5 points of damage to each creature in Planeswalker. So it will handle like 80% of the cards out there. Just wipe the board and protect you, give you some time. And it takes out Planeswalkers, which is fantastic. But if you don't need it, you could put out 3 1/1 Red Devil tokens. Believe it or not, I've been playing with those guys a lot more recently than the board wipe. One thing that's great about those guys, they come out and they have haste, and whenever they die, they deal an additional point of damage, which means that if they put somebody in the block and they block your guy, he dies, but then your guy deals an additional point of damage. So if the guy that blocked it has, let's say, 2 for defense, then your devil can kill it. Otherwise, they block it, your devil dies. You can do one to your opponent's face. These guys are going to deal damage one way or the other. It's your choice. Beyond that, we've got the 4 semi-fast dual lands, and we got 20 regular basic lands, and that is the deck. So what are we doing with this deck? We are putting out artifacts. We're attempting to pump up the Patchwork Automaton. We will clear the board if we have to. We have the ability to exile some troublesome other cards that might be getting in our way. At the end, our hope is that we will be able to just deal enough damage, point after point after point, that they'll die. And maybe 1 or 2 Invoke Despairs will finish them off. So let's take it out and see how well it does. All right, we're playing against Donraca. Donraca. 2 reds, no blacks. That is not good. Mulligan. All right, that's much better. We'll keep that. And we'll get rid of the Invoke Despair. Love it, but it's a hard hill to climb. All right, Patchwork Automation or Automaton. Don't worry, I will kill you. I will save you for last. All right, 3 mana. We can get us with a Patchwork Automaton. And we'll take it in. You got enough for it. Good for you. No blocks. I say I need a soul transfer that guy so he never comes back. Soul transfer. Later, skater. All right, I'll get my 1 point of life in there. Let's go for it. Come on, let me up. Suck it. Hey, vampires are paying somebody to sit there and just throw leaves down the staircases constantly. All right. That seems kind of like a waste. I think they just really wanted to scry badly. Here comes the counter. All right. So this guy's not going to actually play anything. He's just gonna play nope. You gonna go after my my mana there? We're gonna red up. You let me Karn Sylex this thing? Apparently he doesn't have anything good to play in his own hand, so he's gonna surge through mine. Welcome, little friend. All right, so we got a 1-1. We're holding it together. We're the most dominant force here. Yeah, I'm not going to give away Burn Down the House. There you go, Multi-Surge. Have a good time. Has he got his own equipment going on here? That's probably mine. All right, well, he's all tapped out. I mean, he was just going to come in and play basic land. You can play it if he's got the ability. I'm betting he doesn't have the ability to cancel that. Nope, he does not. All right, who are we going to destroy? Right to your face. Here's the combo. Okay, so we can nuke things up to 5 mana at this point. Of course, I'd wipe out everything I have in doing so. So this is a the Karn Sylex is a what is it, the breaking case of fire kind of situation. Go get him, boys. And there's a lot of thinking there. That poor little Pinocchio. Look at him. Alright, so we got him down to 9. Got one of our cards up there, looking at it. We're down the house. Alright. It's devastating that he took that card from me, though. All right, let's see what he's willing to give up. We'll be able to take out that 2/2. That's an important part. All right, 2 guys gone. 1. I guess I really didn't need to do that. I should just shoot for his face because we're going to be doing an Invoke Despair. That's a lot of points being thrown around. Let's start with this one here. Of course, now our guy dies. Not him, he was my favorite. Looks like we're going to have to sacrifice the Sylex here. Ooh, can we bring somebody back? That'd be cool. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Patchwork Automaton. Does it come back to your hand? Is that the deal? You looking to counter something? I'm going to have the hard way. All right, I'll pretend I got something good in my hand. How's that sound? Now, see, this isn't great. Play anything, start bouncing my dudes back. It's so promising there for just a second. Question is, can we pull this one out now? All right, we'll see. If I put somebody out, it would cause them any damage. It doesn't really look like that's the case. Let's just exile our pal over here. See, I'm gonna say the guy can just. Let's do it again. Here we go. Let this resolve. All right. Have a good time. You got something else that costs 2 mana? And he does. Alright, got him down to 1. Unfortunately, this guy does not have haste. The big draw would be another Anvil. That would be really, really great. Alright, now he's up to 2 again. Oh, look who it is. Flash Thompson. So close. You want to, you could bounce him back. And I could play him again next turn. That'd be really great. Bounce him back. Bounce him back. Boing, 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 boing. Give him a bounce. Turn him to my hand. Not that kind of bouncing. Not into the bottom of my deck. That was the ridiculous thing. I think I just won. He just has to play something, and he can try to return it to my hand. Then I can just play it again, and then I can do it again. Oh, yoink. I think it's too late. It's on the stack, baby. There we go. Suck it, suckerfish. Victory! Our opponent against MTG Mastah. All right, 1, 2, 3. I like what I see. Keep. And shut that thing up. Night-night, Beholder. All right, we got ourselves an Epicure. Sure, let's just clear the board, allow our 1/1 to get through. All next, there we go. Chill, I'm pulling this thing off for a little while. Look who's back, everybody. All right, we got the Patchwork Automaton, and we'll go in for an attack. Down to 17. Funny part is I can get rid of that skeleton forever, but it's just a 1/1. And there's another. I am the strength. I am the pumpitude. No attacks. Got ideas. We'll just have to see how this pans out. And the deal is we got to put out the anvil. We got to start destroying my own guys, apparently. But I got things to get rid of. That was one of the things I was thinking about getting rid of, though. You gonna sacrifice my own guy? Is that the deal? No blocks. Here it goes. Okay, that was probably my least favorite way of that happening. Okay, I got 5 mana, but not nearly enough black. So put out an artifact. Sacrifice another artifact. Put out another artifact. And let's send in the muscle. He's got a lot of those skeletons. And they are very persistent. Not black mana. There, we'll leave the ones that are blowing smoke rings. See you never there, skinny. You can clear the board. Look who's back, everybody. I see. So token dudes do not count as casting an artifact, which is why I'm not getting a pump on the Patchwork Automaton. You gain life. All right, now you'd be nice and swole. That's fantastic. All in, baby. Go get them. Now let's keep it. We can always worry about things on the next turn. Or on his own turn, we can shoot things. There's a guy. And another skeleton comes back. I'd like to make some progress here a little bit. It would be really nice. All right. Shoot. All in. Bring back a blocker. You're nickel and diming it here. And really, the Invoke Despair would do a really good job as far as it would get rid of 4 life at this point. Alright, we need one more black to be able to actually do an Invoke Despair. Attack now. We'll get a bunch of blocking happen. It's not really worth it, though. Alright, so he's at 10, and I'm at 21. Things are good. He's losing life now. That's fantastic. Still not getting that black mana that we need so desperately. We are done. On my turn, okay. So I need to sacrifice guys on my turn is what I got to do. Not used to the anvil. It's too much like the Witch's Cauldron, and that thing was the devil. It might as well have been blue. Nope. No blocks. Alright, come on. Black mana or something good. We'll burn down the house would be kind of cool. That is not very good. Thin out my oh, there's the black mana. Good. That's not so bad. Alright, I don't know what I was whining about. Let's see what kind of tricks we can get into here. Well, I can't do that. All right, well, see you later. Let me guess, one of the skeletons is going bye-bye? Well, whoa. What's going on? Can I win right now? I think I can. Alright, 1 point of damage. And 2 to the face. What was wrong here? Oh, I gotta pick what I'm doing here. Right. Oh, it's creature. Okay, never mind. I can't go to his face. Intern. Okay, just don't gain any more life. I can handle 2. There you go. That's even better. Surprised Voltage Surge is not the one that goes for people. They all remind me of the same. The single mana for 2. I mean, I could kill you just by destroying my own guy is the problem. No, I'm gonna hold on to it. He's grabbing my guy. He's gonna sacrifice it to himself? Probably. Down to 10. No life, no life, no life gain. Come on. Come on. No life gain. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'll do this just to showboat a little bit. And scene. Winner, winner, victory dinner. Oh my god, we're playing against somebody with no name. Alright, lots of mana. I kind of like it. Let's keep it. Can't play anything at first. What I like about this is that we'll have 4 mana for the Invoke Despairs. Beholders get to go night-night. Patchwork Automaton. The sleeper shall awaken. Alright, let's put out the anvil. Let's see if he wants to tango. I think the answer is no. He doesn't have any black mana, which is what he needs to activate the sleeper. Two more gives him death touch. There you go. You go for it, huh? Alright, Haunted Ridge. And I'm going to go ahead and Sylex out. And we'll send in this guy. I don't think he can pump. 15. Alright. Alright, Shoulder needs to die. That guy costs 4. Okay, we'll put out the Sylex. We'll put out the Terrarium. Yeah, I'll take that action. Let's go see if we can do some red. All right, let's send in these two guys, I guess. All right, now we're not in as big as a hurry. No blocks. You know, I was going to say, Invoke Despair, Invoke Despair. Who are you giving up there? I'm sure it's a sleeper. You haven't seemed to be really appreciating him too much. So that'll cost me 2. All right, we got to chill. We can... No attacks. Intern. See, the Trespasser is going to come down. But it's going to cost me... I have to discard a card? Oh, okay. We're cool then. I can kill him this turn. That's not cool. Not much I could do about it. I guess I could just shoot some stuff now, but what's the point? Oh, he's bringing something back is what he's doing. Okay, cool. Yeah. The deal is everything's going to die here in a second, so I kind of have to chill out on this. Alright, we got a Bankbuster. It's time to start drawing cards. This guy's got 5 in his hand. He's doing pretty well for himself. Can you come after my Voltage Surge? Oh, you got Shoulder out again, everybody. Another Bankbuster. Unfortunately, I need to draw cards. All right, let's just chill out. You think you'll be dumb enough to attack? Yes. Suck it, Sholdred, for the 3rd time. Alright, man it up. Let's see what we can pull. Another mana. Okay, this is starting to get kind of bad. And what do you think? Is it be another mana? It is! It's a black! It's another mana! And yet he seems to want more mana. Well, okay, you can bring Sholdred back from the graveyard. That's what you need to do, of course. And a 3rd mana in a row. Jeez, people. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Okay, save you for Shieldred. And another mana. If you can believe it. Alright, we're done. What was that? Three card draws, and I got 2 mana out of the deal. That's not cool. I was going to be able to attack on my next turn. What's this guy got here? 35 cards there? I got 35. That's not bad. Alright, Haunted Ridge. A little Oni action. Let's draw a card. Let's crew up. What do I got there? I got tons of mana. Let's draw another card. And I just need 3, right? So we're looking pretty cool. Yeah, let's thin ourselves out a little bit. A little red. And we're back. All right, cool. Go get your shoulder. Oh, that's the size. Am I exiling here? Yeah, we can. Exile target creature. Put out our fabulous mountain. These are all crude. Let's go ahead and just see what we can draw. Ooh. There we go. Crew up. Crew up. Alright, will he go after little boy? Nope. Get another guy out. And down to 5. I've got a handful of land. He's got a lot of mana. He's up to 6. You get another 5 life out of this deal, right? Yeah. Same as last time. Same deal, huh? Be nice to pick up another exile at this point. I'll take a destroy. Oh, you're thinning me down. Well. Let's see if we get something good. Oh, well, I wasted my whole life then. I should have... Why did I waste a whole guy on that? It wasn't until afterwards I recognized that I had the ability to actually draw a card. I see you touching your graveyard. That is not a polite thing to do in public. You need to leave that stuff alone. It's icky. You think that's one of those things if we just like, you know, hover over it, it'll tell us what his real name is? You like select it, it'll say like sex or something. You're spending too much time in the graveyard there, pervert. Even your beholder is bored. Dang, that's not cool. What else you got there? An exile. He's trying to pin down my resources. All right, here we go. So, see, that guy in the back there is the guy that's got me. Let's crew up. 1, 2, 3. Submit. That's a sorcery. And we're done. Like, who can we bring back? Anything that would be cool? Like, we don't have a lot of real strong guys here. You know, Toxrill might do very well. No! At least you lost some life. I'm coming for you. I am coming for you. That guy does not scare me. Of course, you could pop him to kill my... Could you? Alright, now I can't do anything. Oh, I got a guy. I got a guy. I got a guy. I got a guy. Hey, 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 hey. What? Oh, I need all three. I'm so used to that guy having more than one. Suck it! Alright, play the guy that is going to cost you life. I'm still coming. I'm going to crawl at you with my 1/1s. Yeah, I'm going to take that action. Need to get these things out of here. And there we go. And we win! Suck it, man with no name. Victory! Alright, so here we are with the Rakdos Anvil deck. And it's not the standard one. Yeah, it has that extra stuff in it that makes it, in my opinion, much more interesting. So who was the hero of the deck? Let's take a look here. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, Anvil sticks out big time just because of his ability to just recurse those constructs over and over again. I was always super happy when I had a soul transfer on me. For only one card being in there, burning down the house is so much fun. And of course, the Bankbuster for being able to, draw me those extra cards. The thing is, in this deck, every single card has just enough function, just a bleeding edge of function that it has a purpose and it feels like it works well together. And I really appreciate that. Like the Voldaren Epicure, it's just out there, it does 1 point of damage, and then it can block for 1 point, which then with the Voltage Surge and destroying the blood token that it put out, would allow you to do like 1 point damage to the thing, and then 4 points of damage with direct creature damage, being able to kill something that has 5. Children! That's the deal there. Man, so yeah, everything about this deck was tight. That's the way I felt. Like it was participating, it was in the fight, and then everything had a purpose and a use, which was really, really nice. If anything, I kind of felt like there was way too many land. But if you do the count right here, I mean, it's 24. Could we exist with less? I would hate to pull out 2 cards just to find ourselves sitting on Invoke Despairs and burn down the houses too much. Man, that would have been rough. I think it worked out okay as it is. I mean, I got a really good win rate out of this deck, so I would say that it's pretty decent. You know, it's like that's the thing about those competitive decks, is that they're going to lose occasionally, but as long as they win majority of the time, that's what wins, I guess, tournaments or something, I guess. So let's give this thing a rating. The deal is this deck competitive? And I feel like it is. I can see why it's played. It's got a really good Moneyball kind of aspect to it. A lot of little tiny hits, you know, 1 point at a time. Secondly, is the deck fun? Is the deck fun? That is hard. So I'll jump ahead to interesting. And I think it's way interesting. You know, the thing is, I'm not a big fan of playing against Anvil decks. I just hate the combos that go on with it constantly. Yet, I guess this is, you know, I played it today and I actually really liked it. So, yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting getting those out, watching the synergies of the artifacts coming out, helping out. You know, having a Sylex ready to go, which can nice and, you know, wipes the board. Or you could just kill it, make a little dude out of the deal and cause a point of damage. There's just a lot of opportunities to do single points of damage, and it was very interesting. So was it fun? I mean, there wasn't anything like super fun, no big combos or anything. And the deck was also very, very slow. Consistently we're having like 15-minute games with this thing. So it's kind of weird for not being super control-y how slow the games were. Yeah. What am I going to rate this deck? I'm going to give it a solid A. I think it's a great deck. I think it's definitely a, you know, in a good category, not an S tier, but an A tier type deck. And I think that if you keep it around, it's a good one to pull out to play every once in a while. You should always have a good time with it. So, if you so choose to play with this deck, I hope you find it as interesting as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.